So I'm going to present this study. So the idea was related to the pressure on the university's budget. There was a threat of possible cuts in our budget of the three big universities of the state of São Paulo. So we've been working on this topic for many years, so we decided to produce this study. So the idea behind this is that better education leads to greater productivity, and productivity in a way will be reflected in higher wages. We don't see productivity, but we do see wages. So the idea is to infer about productivity levels from the wage levels. So what we did, we have an empirical work. We received it from the three universities, and we thank them for allowing us to use their data. The list of graduates from 2005 to 2015. And the idea is to observe over time what happened to their wage levels. So if we take this purple line would be the average wage. The blue shadow would represent, this is hypothetical, would represent the elite universities. They would receive higher wages in relation to the average, given their higher quality. And in brown, the other universities. So what we have graduates from 2005 to 2015, and we were able to observe what they are making in terms of wages, salaries, in 2018 from the Ministry of Labor data source. So we compared 130,000 graduates from the three universities with 13 million graduates from any other university, including other good universities, good public universities in the country. We have limitations. We work with employees only. We don't have information on those lawyers that who constituted a practice, or the medical doctors who have their own clinic, and so and people who establish a company. We only have data on those who are employed in the formal sector. So this is one limitation, but we have plenty of data to study. So if we go to the main results, if we compare to a person with zero education, an analphabet or illiterate, having a college degree increases just a second, increases the wage level by 15 times, 1,500%. If they are graduated from one of the three universities, we should add another 62% to those. That means if we compare 16 to 1,500, that would signalize an increase in productivity of 4.1%. This is for all workers. When we control for age, we know that younger people get less money than older people. Women in the Brazilian market usually gets less salaries than men. Blacks get less salary than whites, and so. We control for occupation, the sector, and the state where they work. And in the private sector, a college degree would add almost 700% to the wage of an illiterate person. The three universities add another 30%. That would signalize some sort of 4.6% of additional productivity from the three universities. If we do a cost-benefit analysis, which is very easy to do, we take the graduates in 2018, and we extend their career for 40 years, and we calculate the present value at 2% per year. We have the figures there. The benefits are larger than the costs. And the return on investment just with teaching undergraduate courses would be 2.8% per year. And you see that the three universities have different returns. This 2.8% per year is very high for any public investment. It's hard to find a project with such a high rate of return. If we control for gender, age, etc., and then we have 44% of the budget with benefits from undergrads. And if we add graduate courses, we have 81% of costs. That means teaching alone covers 8% of the costs incurred by a government with the three universities. Well, the results are disputable in the sense that we know there is sorting. We know that these three universities are tuition free. They are very good. They're the best in the country, and therefore they get the very best students. And there is nothing we can do in 4 or 5 years to spoil this student. He'll be or she'll be a good professional anyway, because they are already good from the start. True, we have made some exercise with the other data source, and yes, in this case, just for the University of São Paulo, yes, the results are positive. However, it's part of the qualities or the good things about the public universities or the elite universities to attract better students. So my point is that, okay, methodologically, we should control for selection bias. However, if we do a public assessment of the university, we know that receiving good students is already part of the merits of the elite universities. There is more to it. If we consider that this is the number of PhD graduates, this is the total number up to 2016, and the size of the name of the university is related to the number of PhD graduates. This is another important issue. If we talk about the destination of our graduates, we are in São Paulo State, but we are providing high quality students for all over the country. So this is already part of the merits of the university. So as a conclusion, as I am getting out of time, we arrive at the results that show that teaching alone provides the return of the investment made by the public, the inhabitants of the state of São Paulo from their tax payments. But we should add the benefits of research, of extension. And as Professor Markovich mentioned, other speakers will deal with that. But there's more to it. There are positive externalities of education that are well recognized in the literature. Education makes good citizens. And that's another thing to be added. So it will be hard to find any public investment with such a high rate of return. Thank you.